It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the films of September 6, 2002. We've doubled the output from the last episode, and I'll just say right now, the two movies we have here, they may not be good, but they're at least a lot better than Fear.com was. Let's go ahead and take a look at those examples. Let's start off with the biggest new release of the weekend, and that's Jesse Bradford and Erica Christensen in the psychological thriller Swim Fan. First warning sign, this movie's not going to be any good. PG-13. This is a movie that's clearly supposed to come out so the teenagers can take their girlfriends or boyfriends out to the movie theater, that go out on a Friday night or Saturday night and see this movie, talk about it with their friends on Monday, and then never think about this movie ever again. That's quite literally what this movie is. I mean, it's literally a teenage version of Fatal Attraction or Play Misty for Me, where you have Jesse Bradford as a high school swimming star who finds himself stalked by a teenage seductress played by Erica Christensen after a one-night stand. Sherry Appleby plays Bradford's girlfriend in this, and it's quite literally what you think it is. It's literally a teen version of Fatal Attraction, except for the MTV generation and PG-13, because heaven forbid if those teens can't see an R-rated movie, that's probably a lot better. But yeah, like I said, this is the type of movie that comes and goes. Like, it plays one weekend, and then all of a sudden everyone's talking about it on Monday. Maybe they go see it again the next weekend if there's nothing big coming out, and then they completely forget about it almost immediately. This is that type of a film, and I guess I could say it's not the worst overall. I mean, there's nothing that's absolutely horrible about it, but it's just what you think it's going to be. It's a PG-13, watered-down erotic thriller. I mean, it's not even a good erotic thriller, not even a good psychological thriller, honestly. Like, it's really everything you think is going to happen, note by note, happens in this film. And like I said, it's one of the better knockoffs. I mean, it certainly isn't as bad as something like, The Roommate or The Boy Next Door, which has the very similar type of storyline here, except with different ages involved. But yeah, this movie really is not worth it in the long run. And honestly, you could go watch better movies. Like, there are so many other better movies you'll be watching besides a film like this. I shouldn't even have said an erotic thriller, because this isn't that much of an erotic thriller. You can't really get erotic with a PG-13 rating, honestly. Like, yeah, it's the type of movie that comes out on a weekend when there's literally nothing else of noteworthiness coming out, and just takes whatever it can get and gets the hell on out of here. Because, like I said, this is the type of film that just comes and goes, and is never mentioned again, except in times like this when I'm talking about it when it came out that weekend. So yeah, that is Swim Fan, and I think it was actually if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the #1 movie for 2 weeks in a row, if I'm not mistaken. No, it wasn't. Okay, I'm looking at the thing right now. Yeah, this is one of those movies that definitely comes and goes. So, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at our last movie that we have here. The only other movie we have here, and that is Robert De Niro, Frances McDormand, and James Franco in City by the Sea. I mean, good cast, decent director. What could go wrong? Oh, dear God, not franchise pictures again. Please, not franchise pictures again. God damn it, every time, man. Every time when there's a movie that looks that promising, and then that franchise pictures logo comes up, it's just like dead on arrival. Or so you may think with this one. You have Robert De Niro as he's a cop who is dealing with the family problems of a wayward youth played by James Franco, and is set against a man trying to break free of his past. I'm sorry, I said James Franco. I mean Golden Globe Award winner James Franco. Like the Golden Globes are really supposed to mean something. Like Academy Award winners Robert De Niro and Frances McDormand makes a lot of sense. But Golden Globe winner James Franco, like that's the thing that's going to sell the tickets on this one. But like I said, it's got a decent director, Michael Caton Jones. It's an interesting idea. It's a good cast overall. And, truth be told, it's not the worst. It's probably one of the better franchise pictures releases. I mean, this is the same studio that just gave us Fear.com and Driven and, these terrible, terrible movies. And yet this is one of those few brief flashes of promise where you look at it and you're just like, this isn't terrible. This is not a terrible film, but this is actually kind of decent. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a great movie by any means necessary, but it's one of the few examples of a movie by the studio that actually have some merit to it. I mean, The acting overall is pretty good. You have a strong cast. It also includes Eliza Dushku, Bill Forsythe, and George DeZundra. But it's an interesting story overall, too. Like, it's a really good family drama, too. Like, Robert De Niro's trying to figure out if James Franco really did what the cops are accusing him of. And you do get involved in the mystery aspect a little bit, but you can kind of, again, it's one of those ones where you can kind of figure out where it's going to go as soon as you figure out some key plot points. But, like I said, it's doing a lot better job of entertaining you than some other franchise pictures movies, and we're kind of in the middle of this little streak here, because after this movie at Fear.com, they're back again a couple weeks later with another movie. But, you know what I think of it as? It's like a sandwich, except that there's a good piece of bread underneath it is in the middle there, but it's sandwiched between two pieces of dog shit. Like you can get, like, if you get like the dog shit is the bread, is like the bread, and like the City by the Sea is like that piece of salami or peanut butter, like in the middle. Like, yeah, you're gonna eat a dog shit sandwich, but you know what? That middle part is gonna be something at least that you can tolerate, at least. But you're still eating dog poop, though. I'm sorry for the dog poop comparisons, but it's just like, I mean, what else am I going to say? Human poop? I mean, why am I thinking about poop all of a sudden? Maybe it's because I got this one behind me over here. How you doing there, Jax? How you doing there, bud? Okay, he scratched himself right now. But, yeah, maybe that's why I've got it. I'm thinking about dog poop right now, because this one. But, you're not here to talk about that, though. But, yeah, that's my dog right there. So, but, City by the Sea, back to this movie. Like I said, it's a perfectly fine film. I mean, it's not the worst movie ever, but it's definitely one of those films where it's not the greatest, but considering what the studio has done before with some of the bad movies they've had, and this one actually turns out to be somewhat good, I think I would gladly take that in a New York minute, quite literally, because it takes place in New York. But so there you go. That's all I got to say about that one. That is City by the Sea. And so with that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. And the next time we meet, we'll take a look at 3 more movies, including Ice Cube and Barbershop. We also have the Tom Green and Jason Schwartzman in Stealing Harvard. We also have Igby Goes Down with Kieran Culkin. So we'll take a look at those 3 movies on the next episode. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page. Check out the previous episode. And also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. And also, don't go too far away, because coming up on Time About the Movies Flashback, we're flashing back to the end of April 1988 with 6 movies, hopefully we'll look at, depending if I can find trailers for it. Sunset, Critters 2, The Main Course, Two Moon Junction, Pakwatsi, Wings of Desire, and Da. So, we'll take a look at those 6 films. That'll be on Time About the Movies Flashback, which will be coming up right after this.